A large orange with a squirrel on top breaks loose from a tree branch 3.1 meters above the ground. How fast will the orange be going right before it hits the ground? So 3.1 meters is given to us. That's important. We're looking for how fast it will be going. All right, now if I were to draw this, here's my orange. I'm going to do it in red. It is falling straight down. I'm not even going to try to draw a squirrel on top of it. So it's falling down. So I see right away that this is in fact a vertical problem. Initially it was stuck in the tree. It breaks loose. So we would know that our initial velocity, V naught, is equal to 0. Because this is a vertical kinematic question, we know that our acceleration is due to gravity, which is negative 9.8 meters per second squared. We have the displacement, delta x, is equal to 3.1 meters. But remember, this is an object that's going down, so this has to be negative 3.1 meters. All right, and then we are looking for how fast. So that's going to be our V. How fast is it going? Now, when I look at this list, I can choose the equation that works best for me, which would in fact be the third kinematic equation that we talked about. V squared is equal to V naught squared plus 2a delta x. Okay, plug in my numbers there. 0 squared plus 2 times negative 9.8, negative 3.1. V squared is equal to, well, this is just 0, plus, now I need to bust out my calculator. 2 times negative 9.8 times negative 3.1. I get 60.76. Okay, so V squared is equal to 60.76. Now that is not my final answer. It is squared, so I do need to take the square root to solve for V. Now to do that, I'm doing second square root, second answer, which will allow me to just pull in this answer right here to my calculator. When I enter, I get 7.79 meters per second. So 7.79 meters per second. Now, hopefully you're sitting there looking at that saying, wow, that's weird. How is this object falling down with a positive velocity? How is it falling down with a positive velocity? And the answer is, well, anytime you square root it, you get plus or minus, right? So we technically have plus or minus 7.79 meters per second. We now need to think about that question and identify, is it positive or is it negative? This object, this orange, is in fact moving down. So it does need to be negative. So we end up with a negative 7.79 meters per second.